Welcome back to Because We Got High with Rhea, Kelly, and Bree. This episode is episode 8. We've reached H, and Cunty Nana from episode 7 has been haunting us all week long. So hello, Cunty Nana, if you're in the room, because we know you are. Mm-hmm. We know you're in here. We feel you.
I feel her strong.
We feel your presence. She's in here. And we think that she's been haunting us for the last week. Thank you guys for listening to the show, supporting the show, liking, subscribing, reviewing, all of those things. If you're sharing us on Instagram and Twitter, we love to see it at BC We Got High. Brianna, stop yawning. This is not.
this isn't a fun intro. I don't know. I yawn during it.
I do this intro every
I know.
Single time.
We have to. It's because we're being haunted right now. We have to address it.
That was fucking offensive.
We're all
listen. We're all in
my
intro.
None of us.
I have to get my gallbladder removed. Have some respect, okay?
I'm sorry. I'll clap next time for the intro.
God damn it! Wow, that was offensive for real. Anyways. Whatever. Like, I was just talking to our listeners. Clearly, you don't care about them, but at least I do.
Start the rumor. Bree doesn't care about the listeners.
Yeah, Bree doesn't care about the listeners.
I guess. Fuck all you guys.
But Rhea does. So
only Rhea.
Thank you guys for listening and supporting us. And if you're watching on YouTube, hello, we're waving to you. We're gonna try to get these episodes out on YouTube and the podcast at the same time. Noah's got a lot on his plate, though. He's
a busy man.
He's a busy man.
Cunty Nana is trying her hardest to not get it
She's
out.
really fucking with it. Can we honestly talk about that, though? Because I feel like right now we're all like a little high up. We tried to record
get my
this.
gallbladder removed.
Right. You got some shit going on. I got some shit going on. Bree's got some shit going on. Like, we all have random shit going on that happened. Like, we tried to record this podcast on a Monday this week, and now it's Tuesday. And it's just we're just trying to be early with some stuff so we can help out Noah and make things come up earlier for you guys. Everything is standing in our way.
Everything. The odds are against us.
Right. We came in the studio yesterday. I started crying. I was like, I can't do this. I'm crying my eyes out. We had to postpone until today. Today, Rhea's got to get her gallbladder removed. Bree feels like she's going to faint.
Bree's yawning in my face.
She's yawning in your face. Noah called us in here to record like 3 different times. He was like, okay, come now. Oh, wait, no, actually, don't come now. We're doing something else. Okay, wait, actually, come now. And then it's just been back and forth. No one is on their game because Cunty fucking Nana is here and she's fucking our shit up. And we need to remember that.
Since the episode released, like, it's been one after another thing, bad things happening to us.
For me,
why don't you fucking say sorry then or something?
No, fuck that.
Rhea's just so personally offended by your yawn. It's just like, you wouldn't be so offended. You wouldn't be so mad if Cunty Nana were in here making you feel mad.
And
you know
also,
that.
I wouldn't have told Bree to apologize, Cunty Nana, because fuck that. But because Bree yawned in my face, I'm like, you know what?
It wasn't at you.
Maybe it was a good thing that Cunty Nana was such a cunt to her.
Maybe she deserves an apology.
She's trying to tear you guys apart.
She is. Cunty Nana's trying to ruin the podcast.
We're not gonna let that happen. No. We almost need the 3-dick alien to come down and like
we need to remember our roots.
Give us a peace of mind, like relax us. We all need to be fucked by the 3-dick alien.
We need a good fucking.
Yeah, big time.
We do.
We need to be brought back down to earth by the 3-dick alien.
Yeah, that all makes sense. We also have new merch coming out, which is very exciting.
Yes.
It's fucking awesome.
I've got
Kelly's
one of the
wearing one of the
sweatshirts
sweatshirts right now. Do a little spin around for us. Do a little spin around.
Can you see? Am I too?
Yeah, too much pineapple. You just hit the mic. People love
pineapple.
that. Yeah, it says too much pineapple.
Too much pineapple.
BWGH on the front.
Very cool
BWGH
font.
Because We Got High in the front. On the side, a little tiny little Barstool Sports situation on the side. It's really thick. And it's the most comfortable.
It's fashionable.
Sweatshirt. I am a crew neck bitch. We have also a couple of hoodies coming out. The hoodies are fantastic.
Yeah, Mind Your Business.
Mind Your Business, I think, is my favorite of all time. And but I personally, I'm going to wear this crew neck to death. I think. Yeah, it's just. It feels great.
Yeah, you're going to run it to the ground. You're going to get it out of style.
I definitely am. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like we're all in the mood that we're just going to be mean to each other today.
That's
kind of the vibe I'm getting.
I'm getting the vibe.
Which is fair enough. But we
all just start fist fighting.
Yeah, start really arguing.
Like, I kind of just want to punch you in the face for that yawn.
Rhea is never going to forgive that. Like, you were.
It's just
after I told her that she was saying gallbladder wrong. Now then you yawn in your face.
Like, me off. You know I'm having a tough day. You know I have to get my gallbladder.
good thing. That's
it's
good.
not. Yeah, but you were in a good mood a few minutes ago about it, posting on your Instagram every 5 minutes about it, and now you're mad. Yeah, but you're hyped, so we're being hyped with you.
We were like, you said gallbladder weird. Like, okay, fine, I said gallbladder weird. Okay?
You were saying it wrong. I was telling you how to say it.
It's a tough day, all right? My gallbladder.
I didn't want you to embarrass yourself. I say these things so people don't embarrass themselves.
That's
if
fair
I see
enough.
that they're doing something wrong,
that.
would you rather me tell you, and then all of a sudden everyone on the internet is telling you you're saying it wrong? Would you rather that?
Well, they do that anyway. They do that about everything anyway.
Yeah,
so
well,
really
I'm trying
matter.
to intercept those trolls. You'd rather one troll than all of them, right?
Yeah. You're the biggest troll out there. Anyways.
I know. It's for a reason.
This is episode H. It's a good one. If you are interested in like astrology, we're going to be talking horoscopes, hotels, and homewreckers. Mm-hmm. I feel like hotels is relevant right now because of the Cecil Hotel on Netflix,
the new
that
Netflix
documentary that came out. Mm-hmm. Horoscopes, if you're on TikTok and you don't see your astrology, your zodiac, your horoscopes come up every 5 seconds, then we're not on the same TikTok because
that's not my world.
It's the only thing on TikTok.
It just pops up constantly. It's that and Brianna Chicken Fry throwing up her brains. So
true.
You get one or the other. Yep.
Yeah.
And then Homewreckers, which we all know them. We've all met a homewrecker before. Mm-hmm. Maybe some of you out there are homewreckers. Who's to judge you?
Who's to judge?
We're going to dive into that. Yeah. We will judge you, but maybe we'll see where you're coming from at the same time.
We'll listen and evaluate.
Yeah, we'll listen and then tell you that you should probably go die for doing that. Anyways.
Yeah.
Just kidding, but maybe not. Anyways, let's get into it, starting off with horoscopes. I think for horoscopes, we should all start off by saying our signs. Now, if you're not into this type of thing, you're going to be rolling your eyes left and right. Oh, horoscopes, blah, 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 blah. I think if you don't believe in it, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I really do.
But
I think if you don't believe in it, you're an idiot.
What is so wrong? What's so wrong about believing in it? So I always am thinking this. I'm not a religious person. I think I'm definitely on record saying that. I feel like you guys are similar.
Yeah, I'm an atheist.
Yeah, you
I
too.
pretend to be religious.
Yeah, so you're half and half.
For the sake of my family's.
But I'm not a religious. Right, exactly. I'm not a religious person in any way. But I like to believe in this because it almost feels like believing in something, but it like fills that void of like believing in something that seems fake. Like if you're a Catholic, that's less fake than astrology. Like what do you mean? Like it's just whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But. What?
With the Catholic thing for a second, people always, I saw on the
Shit
last
on
YouTube, no, the last YouTube was like, no one - Rhea. So I went to Catholic school.
Honestly, so
I do
true.
that with like every story. I'm like,
but to be fair,
I went to Catholic school.
I think it's important for you to like remind people that it's Catholic school. It's not just it's not. It's way different than regular school. I will allow it.
They try to
allow it.
Put things in your brain.
It's really funny.
That's true.
But I looked it up and the zodiac signs and horoscopes and all the things like that do stem from religion. It stems from Taoism is where it comes from, the Taoist beliefs. And they use constellations in space to determine a person's future. This applies to the zodiac because in Chinese astrology, they believe that positions of things in space can affect a person's destiny. What is so wrong about that? Sounds way cooler than like God came down, he like killed everybody, but then he made everybody at the same time, like whatever. Like
he killed everybody?
I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I'm spreading rumors about the Catholic Church.
I never heard that one before.
Just spreading rumors.
I didn't learn that in Catholic school.
You know what I mean? Like so for people who are like, oh, this is bullshit, whatever. Give it a little try. You never know if you might get into it, and you might also start seeing like patterns and seeing certain things that you can apply to your life, and it'll make you feel. I like astrology. If you can't tell, I'm very into it.
I almost just started a rumor that Brie farted because I heard her shoe move, and because I'm still mad at her, I almost said it.
Stop.
Every time Rhea starts talking, rumors. I'm just gonna like start yawning.
Yeah. Every time.
Podcast.
Just put your head down next time. Start texting.
It's fucking rude.
No, but how I feel about horoscopes, I feel like you guys, you're a little bit more into it than I am. Like you have the CoStar app and everything, and I don't. You don't?
You had it, but you deleted it.
I deleted it because I think the CoStar app purposely fucks with people.
Okay,
it is a little rude.
I like believe in some of it, but what I don't. I hate when people base their life decisions off of their horoscopes. Mm-hmm. They base their relationships off of like the compatibility. Mm-hmm. I think that's crazy, but I do believe in some of the things. But also when you're reading your horoscope, obviously anything that is good, like you're gonna put the good traits, you're gonna characterize yourself as them, so you're gonna be like, oh, that's definitely me, I'm honorable and loyal.
I totally agree with that.
So it's kind of like, I don't know,
I also think that, so people that do that, I think you're right, I think that that's stupid. You shouldn't let your horoscope rule your life. I think of it more as like a guideline. Like if you, like, for example, the compatibility thing.
Yeah.
I like to look at that because it shows me like, okay, because it changes all the time. It's not like the same thing every day, but it's like, all right, on a base level, we like get along. We have similar thoughts and beliefs and blah, 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 probably. And then from there, you can like build your relationship based on like those kind of foundations. But also too, people that they like look at their horoscope and it then like makes their whole day.
Yeah.
I like to look a day later. Like I like to look back and be like, oh yeah, yesterday this did happen and this happened. And it's like a little bit of like connecting dots and making things work and fit in perfectly and whatever. But it's, it doesn't run your life that way. But as far as our signs, I wanted to read from CoStar. By the way, people that don't know, CoStar is the app that you put on your phone that you can get like all of your different horoscope updates and all these weird things. But I don't actually know how many people are like still on CoStar.
I think the only thing CoStar is good for is giving you your birth chart, and besides that, it's a bunch of fugazi.
Yeah,
because it just it sends you shit every day that is mean. First of all, it makes you feel bad about yourself. It's not uplifting. It's not an uplifting horoscope. It's a mean one. So
right.
I don't like that.
They're very like matter of fact and a little like overly honest. More so like doesn't need to be so honest. Like you don't need to be so rude. Kind of like,
right.
They seem rude. But the signs that you will get on here, sun sign is the one that everybody knows based on their like birth month. So the sun determines your ego, your identity, and your role in life. It's the core of who you are, and the sign you're most likely to already know. So like mine is Sagittarius. I was born in December, and like that's that. Moon in Gemini. That's me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to read that. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign that you think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. So sun is like, oh, this is where I kind of like was born into this. Moon is how you actually feel you are and like who you actually are. And then third is it's your ascendant or your rising sign. And your ascendant is the mask you present to people. It can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people when you first meet. Some say it becomes less relevant as you get older. Mine is Virgo, which is kind of like a know-it-all. So I want people to think I'm a know-it-all. It like kind of makes sense for me.
It does make sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense.
So Brie, I don't know if you won't probably know your moon or rising.
I just know I'm a Gemini.
Gemini, which speaks volumes in my opinion. Bria,
I'm a Gemini.
Reveal your chart.
My sun is a Leo, my moon is an Aries, and my rising is a Taurus, which I think all describes me pretty well.
I think so too.
I am a Leo through and through. Very self-absorbed, but also insecure at the same time. Wants to be the center of attention, but also a little scared at the same time. Stylish, great hair, all those things. Aries. I was waiting for somebody
rockin'
to say
body, nice juicy ass. Yeah.
Fatty dumpy.
Yeah, fatty dumpy.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's
bitch.
The vibe. Yes. All those things. But there are things about it that's negative that I do. I'm like, yeah, that's me for sure. Aries is gonna be like angry. Like people Aries, they get angry.
Yeah.
And yes, I can get very angry pretty quickly. So I feel like that. I wouldn't say that I'm very angry like when I'm alone though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I think that there's different, I understand which each one is, but I think they could be, like, I don't know if it's exactly when it says, oh, that is you when you're alone. Like, I think they all make up you in some way.
Right. It's more so like, I view it as like it's you inside your head. Like my outward, obviously, like, my sun is Sagittarius, so I'm like, loud and outgoing and sometimes blunt and a little rude unintentionally, but like very honest, and it's off-putting, and I'm also like non-committal and stuff like that. But then Gemini, which is my moon, is more of like a thoughtful person, but a little two-faced, and then also like interested in everything around them, but very obsessed with themselves at the same time. Like it's sort of like what is going on inside your head, I feel, is more so than like how you're acting. It's like how you think more than like how you present yourself.
That makes sense. And I think Taurus is like people, they're like just materialistic things. Like, and they're also kind of like just lazy and like to sit around and like smoke weed and that type of vibe. So I feel like that is
your vibe that you
that's
like
my
off.
mask. Like that's like the vibe I give off. So I don't know. I feel like all of the signs that I have kind of make up me. I think they all make sense, which is why I believe in it. Because if it was something where I read, like I'll read about other signs and I'm like, well, that's not me at all. But then I read about Leo and I'm like, yeah, that describes me exactly. Like I feel like you would be silly to not believe in it a little bit because, of course, when you were born is going to dictate how you act in some way.
Yeah.
It's like what? That's why everybody's born at a different time.
There are phases of the moon for a reason. I also think, I just thought of this, that maybe people that don't like the zodiac or reading their horoscopes or reading their signs and stuff like that aren't, I'm trying to think of the word. They don't want to hear it. Like they don't want to, they're not self-aware. I think that you have to be very self-aware to like horoscopes, and you have to be willing to acknowledge when you have to be willing to acknowledge traits you don't necessarily like about yourself. And I think that is when you really can connect with it. Whereas if you read something, say I read my Sagittarius thing, and once I get to some bad things, I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. I'm not like that. Like fuck horoscopes, fuck the zodiac. Like that's not.
Yeah, you
that's
can't
not,
do that.
Right. That doesn't mean that it's not real or that it's not like, a legitimate thing to think about. But I don't know. I think that I think a lot of it has to do with patterns. I think that patterns in space, patterns in time. It's just, that's how I feel about it. Like, I feel like it's like not easy to predict, but also interesting to pay attention to and like maybe anticipate some things.
Now, when you go online and you type in like, horoscope for Leo horoscope for today, February 23rd. Let me look mine up. Let me look up Leo horoscope for today, because sometimes those are the things, like the actual horoscope and H is what we're talking about. Sometimes I don't agree with that. When I read what happened today for me, I'm like, that didn't happen at all. I had a great day. This seems pretty sad.
Yeah.
So mine says, oh.
What's it say?
See this? Now this is interesting.
I'm gonna read mine. We're all gonna read ours.
Now I'll read the first sentence.
What's it say?
Let yourself embrace the recovery today, Leo. My gallbladder.
Wow.
My gallbladder. Wait.
What else? Read the whole thing.
It's okay to rest and recuperate for more time than you usually allow yourself. In fact, it's what the universe is working to do. The moon glides through deep feeling Cancer all day, forming... Oh, God, an ad popped up. The moon glides through deep feeling Cancer all day, forming a sleepy but sweet connection to non-reality Neptune, adding some idealism to intimate relationships. Come evening, powerful emotions are at play concerning work. The moon opposes Pluto. Oh, powerful emotions are at play concerning work. Was that me and Noah, like, getting feisty with each other before I got recorded? Could have been. See, this is the thing. Then you read it and you start
connecting the dots.
You start connecting all the dots.
See, they put you could do that to anything. Yourself in the.
You could, but then some of those things like generally they're vague, but
so
sometimes
just on a different website. Getting along with others may prove challenging today. You might feel impatient and annoyed. If so, and being alone isn't an option, go for it. If it isn't, you will need to curb the tendency to be argumentative or confrontational. Exercise patience and avoid conflict. So stop bitching Brie out.
I believe in it now.
Yeah.
I changed my mind. It all makes sense.
Brie, what is yours?
I'm sorry that you yawned.
I'm trying to read mine.
What's your horoscope for today?
You're capable of pulling down some richly creative inspiration from Ether today, Gemini. This visionary energy you're tapping into is best applied towards work that you need to find meaningful today.
Ooh. Ether, I would think.
Ether, yeah.
Ether, meaning like space, like outer space.
I don't know.
It's interesting. Ooh, so maybe you'll have you'll think of something creative today. Yeah, think of something cool.
Maybe I will. I hope so.
Mine says, as a Sagittarius, you're a natural explorer. The universe is pushing you to go on an inward quest this afternoon.
Oh no! Or should you take shrooms?
What do you mean?
Speaking of
shrooms, as the moon roams through sensitive Cancer, Luna spends the day in a sweet but sleepy connection with reality-bending Neptune, stirring up mirages and nostalgic memories from the past. Let yourself digest some of your more private emotions that have been stirring behind the scenes as the moon contacts honesty-seeking Pluto in the evening. Tell me it's not fucking real.
That's you.
That's pretty spot on.
I walked out of this room yesterday literally crying because of my own shit.
That's pretty spot on.
That's spot on.
You know?
Speaking of shrooms.
Yeah.
We had... I don't want to bring it up.
Speaking of shrooms.
I don't want to bring it up, but according to my horoscope, I'm feeling argumentative and confrontational today.
Rhea wants to fight today.
You're gonna get going.
So let's bring it up.
Okay, bring it up.
I have to stop saying I just realized that, by the way.
That's okay. You do what you want, girlfriend.
No, you go back and you cut all the ums out of this episode.
Sure I do.
Yeah, every single
on Friday, Bree and I
indulged
in some microdosing of shrooms.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we regret to inform Kelly that we accidentally left her out, and she knows it's accidental because I invite
really
Kelly Keegs to do everything.
It's true.
Like I really ask Kelly Keegs to do everything in my life. Like if I'm going to the bathroom, I'm like, Kelly Keegs, you want to come with me? Like I literally invite you to everything. So it was like a really miscommunication. And after the shrooms were indulged, Kelly had found out, and we got a text that was like,
I will never forgive you or something.
Yeah, it was
I was like, wait, I thought Kelly knew about this. What the fuck is going
Bree
on?
starts throwing me under the bus. She's like, well, Rhea put us in a group chat. I'm like,
because I thought,
Bree, shut up.
I thought she told you that she didn't want to do it.
No.
What had happened was she was asking us about it, and we just like never... The conversation just got lost, and we just never followed.
This is what happens. I already know. You don't even need to explain because I already know what happens.
Okay.
What happens with you specifically, Rhea? Everyone who's around you in your immediate field of vision is who gets involved in situations like that. So at that time, I think it was you guys, maybe like a couple other people were around, and you were all having fun.
Yeah.
I showed up later.
Yes.
I missed the beginning. And then you were like, oh, come, we're all hanging out over here. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I came in and I was kind of in a bad mood. I didn't know that like there was stuff going on, fun things happening.
Yes.
I thought you guys were just dicking around and like, sitting in the dark and being weird. And I was like, I got some shit to do. Like this is like not my vibe right now. I gotta go. But I didn't know. You
specifically said it was depressing you.
I said it was depressing me. And I was like, I'm already depressed. I need to get out of here. I did not realize that there were shrooms involved. No one, even when I was in there, you guys, nobody said shit. And so I didn't think anything of it. Then hours later, someone else came up to me and said, oh, I heard that they're all hanging out and like, doing microdosing shrooms. And I was like, what the fuck? I literally, that was my response. I turned and I said, are you fucking serious? And I got so mad. And then that was my immediate text.
I came over to you. And
never once was I told about
but I said,
about the situation.
I said, do you want to do drugs? And you said, no, that's not going to help right now.
You definitely did not say that.
Swear
you should also
on my life.
Drugs
I swear on my life.
I would never.
Do you want to do drugs?
Never want.
Well, the drugs
you know how I know
joke.
This. Right.
It was like a. Do you want to do drugs? I thought you had known.
No, maybe I said I might not have thought.
You know what I mean? It got like I was like I would never say you want to do drugs. I was like a real.
I thought you were like joking around.
I was like joking around.
Yeah.
Like semi being serious. Like I thought you would have known what I was talking about because we had
you
talked
saying
about it
that,
days before.
No, because even when you talked about it days before, though, can I say even when you talked about it days before, I wasn't there for that. The first time I heard about it was when I think you
I don't think so.
said it on this podcast. I was not around the first time. I was not around the second time, and you had mentioned in a text on Friday we're gonna do shrooms, and I was like, okay, let me know because I have to plan my weekend out. Am I gonna go home or not? Or am I gonna do shrooms tonight? And then no one answered me. No one answered me, and so I still had no plan coming in.
Well, I went back and I read the text messages and I saw that after you had explained the situation about how you may or may not be here to do them, you had sent something else that was something so off topic that then we all responded to that, and then that conversation never happened.
Yeah.
So it was miscommunication on all parts.
It was miscommunication, but it was a big miscommunication.
It was
because I was upset.
I was upset too.
I would have been upset as well.
But it ended up being fine.
The text messages were, "This is unforgivable. I'll never speak to you guys again."
I was very upset. I said, "Not cool, unforgivable," and then I was very upset. But it ended up actually being fine because I had to, and then I ended up having to like do something that I needed.
It didn't do much. We just felt
I did get home and my
anyway.
pupils were fucking huge. My boyfriend was like, what are you doing?
It's also not so much that it's
shrooms.
Like
what did you think I was doing?
I wouldn't even say that it's much of a, like, if ever microdosing shrooms, it doesn't, like, it could almost feel like nothing. Like, it depends on if you like let yourself feel it. It also just puts you in like a good mood. Like, you were bouncing off the fucking walls. Like,
we were in a great mood. I was very happy. I felt alive.
I thought you guys were just like in a good mood because it was Friday. Like, I didn't think, and I was like, ugh, like I'm so not on that level. Like, I wish I was in a good mood like that, but I'm just not. Like, I had no idea they were enhanced by drugs. Like, I had no fucking, you saw the mood I was in.
I would have loved hot dogs, rolling around, loving
I would have loved,
we ordered hot dogs, and now I have to get my gallbladder removed because of the hot dogs.
Yeah, literally, yeah. So that's, to be fair, so do you have to get your gallbladder removed because like your gallbladder sucks, or did I make that happen because you didn't invite me for shrooms on Friday? Who knows?
I don't know. Is it you or Cunty Nana?
Who knows? Like
Cunty Kelly.
Some people, right?
Maybe Cunty Nana is inside.
Yeah, maybe I'm possessed.
Cunty Nana.
Maybe I'm possessed
of you.
And I got her out of me yesterday, and then I cried her onto you, and now she's in you.
I think she's still in
Keep
you.
her.
I think Cunty Nana.
She yawned in your face. She's the one who yawned in your face.
Is a piece of one of each of Cunty Nana's claws is on our heads.
Nana's attacking my gallbladder.
Yes.
She's just suffocating.
She's squishing it.
When they call the ultrasound, like, I'm
sweating.
Is strange.
There's
we're
a
seeing,
claw
like,
on your
we're seeing,
gallbladder.
like, an older lady's face on your gallbladder.
And she just is screaming. She just inside of you screaming. Oh my God.
It's too much. It's too much.
Okay,
But
well,
yes.
anyways, horoscopes.
So yeah,
The horoscopes
so that
were spot on today. But I think that if you don't believe in horoscopes or zodiac or astrology or anything of that sort, you're really just being closed-minded. Whereas if you just opened up your mind to it, there's a lot of truth. You can look into it. Noah, do you know anything about yours?
No, I don't know anything.
When were you
about
born? When were you born?
October.
October what?
Probably a Scorpio.
Oh my God.
I was like,
I
you're
think that's like
definitely-
the cutoff. I think.
definitely a
You're
Scorpio.
definitely a Scorpio.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
My
It's
best
like one of
friend's
those
a
things where it's like,
Scorpio.
you're a Scorpio
Kind of
for
sounds
sure.
bad.
No.
It's not great. No.
You know who's a Scorpio?
No.
Although
Kendall
people,
Jenner.
let's see,
Who?
because
Kendall
of its
Jenner.
Oh, okay.
oh true, because of its incredible
She's the
passion and
best
power.
Jenner, like, or best Kardashian vibe you would want, I think.
She has a cool vibe
Like
for
chill.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of its incredible passion and power, Scorpio is often mistaken for a fire sign, which I'm a fire sign. In fact, Scorpio is a water sign that derives its strength from the psychic, emotional realm. Scorpios simply know what they want and aren't afraid to work hard and play the long game to get it. So, in short, usually Scorpios are dickheads. Like that's like my
Yeah, I
old
don't know.
boss, who I fucking
Are you
hate,
sure
is a
that's
Scorpio.
me? That's my day.
Well, that's just Scorpio. That's just.
But I
the
thought
definition
October
of
was
your
like
thing.
split into 2 months or something.
October.
Wait,
Or
let's
into
see.
two.
You could be a Libra.
I think I'm a Libra. I
If
think
you were
I
a
remember
Libra, then
being
you'd
a
be.
Libra.
Oh shit, you
You're
are
a
a Libra!
Oh my God! Hey, girl, we love Libras.
Hey,
I
Libra.
actually love Libras. I
Me
get
too,
along
me
with
too.
Libras so well.
My best
What
friend's
is a Libra, though?
I'll tell you about it. Let's see. Description. Do the same thing.
Oh my
as
God!
Sid.
Oh my God! Me, Kelly, and Bree are all the most compatible signs for you to marry. The most
what are you?
compatible.
Propose to us all
The
at
most
once.
compatible signs with Libra are Gemini, Leo, and Sagittarius. That's
weird.
literally us. Pick your poison,
Wow,
Noah.
wow.
We're
That's
sitting
what
right
kind
in
of
front of
crazy
you.
you want?
Can you read my description?
Here. It says a Libra is a person born between September 23rd and October 22nd. Libras are known for being charming, beautiful, and well balanced.
Wow,
they
is that like the best one?
They thrive on making things orderly and aesthetically pleasing. They also crave
Okay.
balance, and they can be equally as self-indulgent as they are generous. I feel
Sounds
that's
pretty
all
accurate.
fair.
I see it.
I
I
think
think
all
you're
fair things to say
self-indulgent and
about
also
you.
generous.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take it.
Libra.
What a
oh my
what
God,
a
that's
crew
awesome.
we have.
One of my
huh?
best friends is a Libra, and love her, obviously.
I'm glad I clarified because Scorpio or whatever sounded
Yeah, Scorpio.
terrible.
I was so disappointed when you October 15th. I was like, fuck, I hope he's not a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Like, what a
I also
nightmare.
was like, oh, that.
Sorry.
explain
Also,
a
by the
lot.
way, I feel like I talk shit about Scorpios
Kidding.
all the time.
My best friend's a Scorpio.
Yeah,
and
there are a
she's
lot
awesome.
of there are a lot of people who are Scorpios who are
crazy,
good.
too.
Not all Scorpios are bad. I have a bad experience because my old boss was a Scorpio and he was actually a monster, like actually a disgusting human being.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm a Gemini, and everyone
Yeah.
hates
I
Gemini.
love
Yeah, everybody hates
Geminis.
Geminis.
Oh, okay.
You're a Gemini. Hank's a Gemini. My mom's a Gemini. One of
Wow.
my best friends is a Gemini. I love Geminis. People
Yeah.
will talk bad about them, but I think Geminis are a lot of fun.
Spontaneous
They bring
and fun.
they're,
Yeah.
they're spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
yeah, spontaneous.
They're
Spontaneous
spontaneous.
gold butter. Gallbladder.
Gallbladder. Yeah, Gaul.
Gallbladder.
That's how you're saying it. It's like gall. My gallbladder. That's you. That's how you're saying it.
Island. My gallbladder.
I gotta get home, get a cup of coffee, get my gallbladder removed.
Get off my gallbladder. You're crushing it.
I can't breathe.
And she's like,
My
why are you
gallbladder
saying I'm
hurts.
saying it weird? Because you're saying it weird. God.
I honestly, I'm
sweating so much
We're
in
gonna
this-
pop her gallbladder.
No, yeah, it's
I know.
about to pop
It's
out,
about
and
to
then the
burst.
claw of Cunty Nana's gonna crawl
about
out
to-
and fucking
Exactly.
get you
Take us
both.
I'll be like, you know what? Bring it. Like,
Yeah,
might
why
as well.
not?
Might
Yeah,
as well.
why not?
Gemini is my
I
love match.
love-
Gemini and Aries are my
Gemini's
love
my
matches.
love match
I
as
don't know what
well.
my love match is.
I love Gemini.
Like, I know
It's Sagittarius.
Okay.
It's Sagittarius, but also
Sagittarius.
I think other things, but mostly Sagittarius.
Okay.
Do you believe in like the twin flame Megan Fox?
Yes.
That whole thing.
Big time. You know why?
I just
Only
haven't
because
found mine,
it's
but
fun.
I think maybe.
Maybe.
What do you mean
think?
you haven't found your twin
Isn't
flame?
it
I haven't
Hank?
found my no. Hank wouldn't be. I don't think Hank is like my twin.
Wait, is
flame.
twin flame?
It's like your soul was cut in half, and there's another person who's exactly like you walking around.
It doesn't
this earth.
have to be your significant other.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
like
No.
I just finished watching. I don't know if you guys watched. You did, I think. Firefly Lane. Did you guys both
Yes.
watch that?
I didn't watch it.
You should watch it. It's amazing.
Yeah,
But
you
it's the
liked
show
it,
about
I
like
think.
these two best friends. Whatever. It's so good. It's on Netflix. But Katherine Heigl is always calling the other girl her soulmate, and I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. But now soulmate has sort of translated to twin flame. Instead of saying you're my soulmate, you say twin flame. It's the same thing. I think.
Twin flame. I would love to find mine.
I know mine, but it's one
Sometimes
of my,
I think I know
cousin.
mine.
But like we do,
that's fine.
But we do everything. Like we're the same exact fucking human being.
And you guys get along, and it's like you
we're best
feel
friends,
you feel a connection to this person that you don't feel with other people. And I said, it doesn't have to be sexual. It can just be
I really wish I had that with somebody. I just wish I can meet somebody who's exactly like me.
Yeah.
I think I'm awesome, and I would love to just hang out.
You are my best friend from home, not the one that, like, the Grace one that I was just telling you about, that broke her neck skiing. It's a different story.
Oh, she commented on
other one, but she's also a Leo, and you guys are the same fucking person. Like, it sometimes it freaks me out. I'm like, do you know her? Like, you say the same exact things. You have the same humor, mannerisms, everything. It's crazy.
Really?
That's funny.
Do you like her?
Yeah, she's my best friend since I was like 5th grade.
Oh, okay, great.
I think I would say majority of my friends are Leos. Like, a lot of my friends are Leos.
Kylie Jenner's a Leo.
Yeah, I go to a lot of birthday parties
I birthday
in the winter or in the summertime. Who?
Kate Beckinsale.
Ooh, good
That's
one.
an awesome person to share a birthday with. Kate Beckinsale.
I don't know if I have any good.
And Mick Jagger, I'm pretty sure.
And
Taylor Momsen from Gossip Girl.
Mine's Kendrick Lamar. I share a birthday with.
I know that Britney Spears' birthday is the day after mine, but it's not on my birthday, so it's tough.
Mick Jagger's birthday. I'm pretty sure it's Mick Jagger.
December 1st birthday.
Yep, July 26th.
Nice.
Me and Mick Jagger.
Let's see. I feel like I have at least one person. Oh my God, Corinna Kopf is one.
You and,
that's right.
and
Natalie too.
I told you this. Remember?
Robert Irwin, Steve Irwin's son. Rest in peace, Steve Irwin. Zoe Kravitz. There we go.
Oh,
and Janelle Monáe.
Awesome. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Sarah Silverman. That's a pretty good one.
I share a birthday with Dominic West. Wasn't he the guy who was like with Lily
having
James?
like an affair? Yeah.
Oh really? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
I don't. I'll
also, Evan Tube HD, a 15-year-old YouTube star. I have no idea who this is, but he's the number one December birthday. December 1st birthday.
R.I.P.
So
but I share one with Chris Harrison.
Oh damn. Oh, but love.
R.I.P.
Love him, but disappointed in him.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I think that horoscopes and things like that are really fun. I think it's something that if you, it's kind of like it makes you feel like a hippie a little bit. I like to do things where I kind of feel like hippy dippy. It just because it feels like you're detaching from the real world.
I feel like you wish you were a hippie.
I so wish it.
But you just aren't quite there yet.
I'm not quite there yet because hippies like don't exist anymore. Now you think that I don't know. People think you're like granola or stupid or whatever if you're a hippie, but I'm not a hippie in that way. I'm not a hippie like I'm not like a vegan and like all that shit. I'm hippie only in I pay very close attention to the zodiac, and I also just believe in like I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in situations happening for a reason.
I feel like you're less of a hippie, more like the crystal people and like the witches. Yeah.
I'm very close. I'm more witch than crystal. I do have some crystals, but I've been Googling a lot of witchcraft stuff lately, like just out of curiosity. I'm so curious to know it. I don't necessarily think like I am a witch. I'm gonna now go cast spells, although it is fun to like say that to people because they don't know.
I wish I could cast
spells.
But
I love learning about it. I think it's very interesting because I feel like it's too big of a market. There's too much going on for it to like be all fake. Like it's got to come from somewhere.
It's definitely real. I think you can't become a hippie if you're on social media and your phone a lot.
Yeah, you can't. You
have to go live.
I'm like, I'm more like modern day.
You're a modern day witch.
I'm a modern day witch, which
I
I'm
would
fine
agree
with that.
Before we get into the next topic, which is hotels, our next H, I just want to talk about how annoying it is to pick what you're going to have for dinner every single night. So right now, if you're like us, you may be like, I really don't feel like going to the grocery store. I really don't feel like making anything for myself, but I'm hungry. I'm going home. I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to have to eat at some point. But what am I going to have? Let me tell you that Daily Harvest makes it super easy for you to always have something in your fridge or freezer ready to be made. My personal favorites are the flatbreads. They have like this artichoke flatbread that I cook in my air fryer, take it out, drizzle a little a little balsamic vinegar on that, and it tastes so good. They also have a variety of smoothies that are amazing, and they have a new plant-based milk, which is MYLK is the way they spell it. Ooh, and their first thing is almond milk. It's their new thing with Daily Harvest, so you can check that out as well. They really do have great flavors in their harvest bowls. A lot of the frozen stuff that you can cook in a pan, like saute it up, and the flavor comes through. Great vegetables, no artificial anything, no added sugars, anything like that. It's healthy for you and it tastes great, because sometimes I feel like healthy foods, you're missing those flavors, but with Daily Harvest, you do get the same like juicy flavor that you would get anywhere else, and it tastes really good, and it's also healthy for you. So right now, you can use promo code HIGH for $25 off your first box when you go to dailyharvest.com. Once again, go to dailyharvest.com, use promo code HIGH for your first box, $25 off. You won't regret it. You're going to be like, thank God I have this food ready for me. You're not going to go home starving and be like, oh, what should I eat? You know what to eat. It's Daily Harvest. It's in your fridge. It's ready for you. Go to dailyharvest.com. Use promo code HIGH for $25 off your first box. Well, I feel like this is a good way to segue into the hotels. I want to talk about creepy hotels. I want to talk about witches crawling the halls of hotels. The Cecil Hotel documentary on Netflix, if you watch that, then some creepy shit has gone down at that hotel. And also, not even just that accident that happened, the Night Stalker documentary on Netflix, he also was just visiting the Cecil Hotel. So this one hotel in LA is highly haunted. I don't even know how it is still around, but some bad shit has happened there. But before we get into the evil shit about hotels, what do you guys love about hotels? Because I love hotels. I really do. I love a good hotel.
I love hotels too. And I was going off of the Cecil Hotel thing. If anybody has seen American Horror Story Hotel, that is also literally based off of that. But that to me looks like a cool hotel. Like I like hotels that are like weird and creepy. Like I like a big grand hotel too, but I like the old creepy hotels. Like the entrance to that hotel, the Cecil Hotel, looks awesome. Like it looks crazy, it looks creepy and cool. No.
I'm into like the Fontainebleau in Miami.
The Fontainebleau,
yeah, like like a nice ass hotel. Of course. Like the Mondrian in LA.
Yeah,
I'm just naming hotels that we've been on for work trips
now.
Noah's looking at me, he's nodding his head. He's like, yeah, those were some good trips.
Remember the one we went to in Clemson?
Oh, that one was terrible. Bad. That was like the Cecil Hotel. Almost.
Oh shit, for real.
It was basically like a motel. It was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting.
I like a hotel. Like I used to, and still sometimes do, but I used to kind of live close to the Plaza Hotel, and I would go just like walk around there. Like I would dick around. I've never actually stayed there. I would like to, but things like that where you see this big hotel with all this history. I kind of like the thought that maybe there's like ghosts inside.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
No?
I like that.
What do you like about it?
Too. I like really modern new hotels with
they look cool.
like a huge balcony and a huge shower.
Yeah, and you don't use the tub. It's just nice.
It's nice to look at.
Yeah, it's just aesthetically.
I feel like I always use the tub.
If I
make
taking
time
a tub,
to use
it would be at
like
a
if it's a cool tub. If it's like a jacuzzi tub, I'll be like, you know what? No plans tonight. Like gotta go jacuzzi
I'm going
tub.
in the tub.
I may do that going forward, but when I was younger, my parents always told me not to use the tubs in hotels just because.
Interesting. Because
other people have been in them, and it's basically gross to do that.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the idea of hotels is kind of disgusting.
Right. Everybody,
it's repulsive. Yeah.
If you think about it, when you go to a restaurant, you're just putting forks and knives in your mouth that other people have put in their mouths. Yeah. You don't put a knife in your mouth, but forks.
Yeah.
And
You
spoons.
just trust that it's cleaned well enough. Like
right. That's basically like using a tub,
crazy.
but
so
it's like your genitals are touching
has happened in hotel rooms. Like I was looking up the craziest thing that hotel employees have seen. Two things stood out to me. This is from a lady that worked in Portland. I work at a hotel in Portland, and once housekeeping called me to check on something. Apparently, 2 guests had eaten a whole bucket of KFC hot wings in their room and left all the bones under their pillows.
Weird.
Which is just disgusting. And this is even just like insane. The person had pooped in the bathtub and then proceeded to smear it across the tub, sink, tiles, and floor. I couldn't face it, so I went to the clean bedroom and found the person had also pleasured themselves and left the evidence dripping down the mirror.
Pleasured themselves and left the evidence dripping down the mirror. That's disgusting. We have a voicemail later from one of my like real life friends. I'm not going to say her name just because in case she ever wants to get back into the industry. She gave us a lowdown of like some gross shit that happens inside hotels that's like this, but something that wasn't in her voicemail, but she did tell me, is that there used to be this woman that would come and she would just like stay in the hotel and pee the bed all the time. Like because she didn't want to get up and go to the bathroom. Like she would just check into this hotel, sit in the bed for like however long and just pee in it because she knew that like housekeeping had to come and change it. Like it was like a weird power thing or like a laziness thing. It's disgusting.
That sounds
but they
like
like
a
have
kink.
to do it.
That
it's not
sounds like
working
a
in
There has to be a fine for that.
Working in the you'd think working in the hotel business is, in my opinion, it seems like the most disgusting place behind the scenes.
Being housekeeping I feel so bad for them because people just leave disgusting.
It's crazy.
rooms.
At the same time, though, like hotel sex, I feel like hotel sex is always like a fun sex to have.
The best.
It's right up there because there's no responsibilities.
Right. So it's kind of like this
no
guy's coming on a mirror, let it drip down. It's like, well,
there's no responsibilities.
I'm gonna come everywhere.
Like
why not?
Do you guys think it's disrespectful to smoke marijuana in a hotel room?
Marijuana, no. Cigarettes, yes.
I got caught and fined for smoking. Yeah,
smoking weed
at the Boston, like the Park Plaza. Is it called what is it called?
I'm not sure.
I
In
know
Boston?
You're from there, not us.
I was like, Boston, I wouldn't know.
It is the Park Plaza
That makes
hotel.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But my mom was there for work, so she got the suite, and it's like the presidential suite is huge. So she let all my friends like stay there for a night with me in high school, and we smoked in the bathroom, and we like tried to put towels under the door, so like obviously that they wouldn't smell it. And there's this huge thumping at the door, and I was like mid bowl hit. I had this like mini baby elephant pipe, and you smoke out of the trunk.
Love it.
And we opened the door. Because we were all fucking so high. So we open the door and smoke just pours out.
No.
And I have braces. I'm like a child. And she's like, this is going to be a $1,500 fine. And just walked away. And I never told my mom. And she never found out. And the work just like paid for it.
Kind of the best case scenario.
Yeah,
though.
best case scenario.
You don't get yelled at. You just get told the fine.
Yeah. And I banked on her never finding out.
I mean, that's crazy.
Wow. Well, then maybe she will now after telling it on this. Yeah. $1,500 for the presidential suite.
I guess
and this sounds like years ago. High school, you know, is probably a different ball game. Presidential suite, bunch of young girls. $1,500 fine is kind of sounding less.
But like it will go away. The smell goes away.
Right. It does go away.
That's
More
what
than
I'm saying.
Cigarette smoke's like sticks.
It sticks
to
forever.
Everything.
Sticks
Where
to
like
clothing.
weed smell, I don't think really sticks into
No.
things. The one semester that I went to college here in the city at Pace, and I lived in a dorm, I smoked in my dorm room, in the bathroom, did the whole thing, you know, put the hot water on, put the towel under the door. Mm-hmm. There was a party next door to me in one of the dorm rooms next door to me, and shortly after we finished smoking, the RA comes knocking on my door, and she's like, she opens up and she goes, are you guys having a party or something? It just is really loud in here. And I obviously was just dying laughing because I was like, oh, she's making a joke. Like, it's really loud in here because we had just smoked so much weed.
Yeah.
But it was really just, there was a party next door to us.
There literally was a party.
Like, there literally was just a party next door to us. And I thought I was high,
punny?
so I thought she was like being punny
Just like
about
joking
it.
around. Yeah, she's like, it's a little loud.
Actually, it is a little loud in here.
that loud pack?
Yeah, exactly.
That's really, really funny. What's like the nicest hotel you guys have ever stayed in, do you think?
The Fontainebleau, probably.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, maybe the Fontainebleau, I would say.
Fontainebleau's nice. I stayed there once. It's nice.
That penthouse that you were in the Borgata.
Oh shit! I was there.
See,
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I forgot about that.
I would say the nicest overall hotel, Fontainebleau in Miami, is like a very nice hotel, but the Borgata in Atlantic City, for some reason,
it's amazing.
It was called what, the President's Suite?
Yeah, we got set up in the President's Suite, and it is by far the nicest room I've ever stayed in. Obviously, it's the President's Suite. There was like
huge.
3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms.
That was living room.
Yeah, the bathroom was nuts.
Were insane. The bathroom was a room in itself. It was fucking crazy. It was so cool. So I would say that was the best hotel experience, but not the nicest hotel.
Also, we didn't like pay for that one. That was like a press situation. But also too, it was like that. Also for me, I like glommed onto your press situation. Like me being at that place was hysterical. But that's
what I mean. I invite you to everything. I fucking invite you to Atlantic City randomly one night.
Right.
And for a thing,
I'll always say yes.
You were like, oh, Kelly's coming. I'm like, how? Like
Kelly
literally
got on a bus.
I'm like, whatever, I'll get on a bus. I had nothing else to do. I was like, why? No, I'm not going to miss. You sent me, the kicker was, you invited me, like, I think that morning, and I couldn't get out of work. And I was like, no, I can't. And then you arrived at like 2:00 or something, and you sent me a video of the suite. And you're like, you got to come after work. Like, look at this place. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to get on the bus.
Yeah, I'm getting on the bus actually right now.
I'm coming. And it looked amazing. I would say I stayed at the William Vale in Williamsburg. That was nice as fuck. Like, they have really nice like wraparound suites that have these like big tubs that's floor to ceiling window that looks over the city. It's like a crazy whatever. That was probably the like nicest I had been to that wasn't, handed to me, that we like paid for.
Now, have you guys ever experienced anything creepy at a hotel?
Yes.
I have.
Oh, okay. Inform us.
Tell us.
For spring break, we booked it last minute last year. This was like right when Corona broke out. I was in the middle of it, the breakout in Fort Lauderdale, but we didn't know it was happening. So we were like last minute booking a hotel. We booked the most disgusting hotel that I've ever seen. And the doorman there he had to have been a pedophile. He had to have been... I wish I had a picture. His eyes were just like sunken in, and he would follow you to your door, and it was real keys. It wasn't like a taproom key. It was real keys, and we had lost one of our keys. And he was like, "Oh, I found it," and he never wanted to tell us that he found it, and he was like going to charge us for it anyways. But we went back to our room, and the door was wide open, and he had found the key.
So he was
in your room. So he was like creeping in your shit.
Yeah, and then
you can't trust a hotel with regular keys now.
No, you can't.
No, and
totally
he was
can't.
the one worker. Like it was his creepy little hotel. It was disgusting.
Spring break hotels,
like a Bates Motel.
It was. Yeah.
Spring break hotels are the most disgusting place on earth. Off that same vein, I stayed in a hotel, or it was definitely a motel in Panama City, Florida. Like Panama City Beach, whatever. And I don't even know how we got in there. We like weren't allowed to have as many girls as we did in the room. I think there were 5 of us. We could only have like 3, and so we were like getting extra wristbands. Like we basically scaled the side of this building to like get onto this first floor to then run around up to the room because we didn't want the people in the front to see us. Like it was sketchy shit that you could only get away with at like a disgusting motel, and it was truly disgusting. Like the floor was sticky. We didn't like walk like it had carpet like this, but it was sticky still. So we didn't walk around without our shoes. Like it was
I showered with shoes on at the hotel I just talked about.
That's the kind of spot.
You never want to stay in a hotel that you got to shower with shoes on.
It's disgusting. Well, it's spring break. You forget, or you don't think about
it was fun.
Spring break. You don't think about how disgusting it is until you get home and you're like, wow, I have athlete's foot. I wish I didn't stay at this disgusting motel.
That's fucking gross. All right, let's get into the Cecil Hotel documentary. I keep hotel.
Yeah, you are saying it. You've got who's possessing you today with this like old timey accent, like Italian / New York.
I think I'm saying Cecil Hotel.
Cecil Hotel.
And I'm just Cecil Hotel.
Cecil Hotel. Cecil Hotel.
It's just coming out. I don't know. Okay, let's dive into this because I saw this on Netflix. It was the first time I've ever heard of it, although I think people have been talking about this hotel for years and years now.
It's a very famously haunted hotel.
Is this I don't know anything about it. Is this the same hotel where they found the dead body in the water thing?
Yes.
In the water tower.
That's what the
whole
Netflix
thing is about. It's like in 2013, this girl, she had this Tumblr where she would post, she just wants to travel the world. So she was like, I'm going to travel the world alone for the first time. So she goes and does that. She goes to LA and she stays at the Cecil Hotel because they advertise such low prices at a low cost, great deals. They're like, hey, come stay at our hotel for $4 a night, and everyone tourists are like,
obviously
cool,
a murder trap.
I'm obviously going to pay $4, whatever. The rooms are absolutely disgusting. They show what they look like. It's fucking gross. And this girl goes there and she disappears. And then she's found in the water tower.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sketchy...
And they have this very sketchy elevator footage of her. The whole thing is very bizarre.
It's very weird.
And it's not the first time something has happened there, obviously. It's happened many times before. The Night Stalker used to just kill people and come back to the hotel bloody as fuck. Fucking keep his bodies there. There was a couple that went and they drank brown water. Which was, by the way, why the fuck would you drink the water if it was brown? They just kept being like, oh, well, we thought, No, it's like, what do you mean, leave?
I thought it was Diet Coke.
These like fucking stupid people. So the documentary, I actually thought kind of sucked. Like I didn't think it was that good, but only because that story with the girl in the water tower, that is a story like that girl was ill and she like climbed up to this water tower and accidentally killed herself.
Answer?
Like that is what happened. Yeah.
Oh,
and so,
okay.
But the whole point of the documentary was to show how easy it is to like create a conspiracy theory based on this hotel. It was basically like the hotel. They were very involved in this documentary. Like they were interviewing people that work there and whatever. And it sort of seemed like maybe like good PR for this hotel. Like, oh, it's not all what it seems. But the only people that go there are tourists that have no idea, and psychos who like the haunted story.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen American Horror Story Hotel, that series or that season
is
of
that
series,
Lady Gaga season?
Okay. Is fantastic. But they dive into all of the old stories, like that guy, what's his name?
The Night Stalker.
Night Stalker. They have like people playing all of these people, and it gives you background on like all the creepy things that have come through the hotel, and yeah, it's crazy. It's very much like it's haunted. There's people roaming the halls and whatever, and so it's a tourist trap in like more ways than one. But I think
Ramirez is the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
That's his name.
It's also just like disgusting though. Like they try to make it look better. The lobby looks amazing, but it's also a really old hotel. Let's see when it was built. I want to say like the 20s or something. Year built. Cecil Hotel year 1924. It was built. Oh. So it's like a old creepy thing, but the lobby still looks like they have it pretty preserved. So it looks really cool. But then the rooms are like communal bathrooms, and like you have like a sink in your room, but then you have like the bath. You have to walk down the hall to use the bathroom. So there's a lot of like movement in the hallways and stuff, and so it's easy to like murder people and like run into other people or like run into ghosts or whatever. So it's kind of like you go and you're expecting this experience, or you go unknowingly falling into one of these experiences, like our girl LLM.
Should we make a vlog of us staying at
Of course we should. Oh, I'd be so freaked out, but I would love it.
Like
Rhea would have a stroke, I think.
I would love it. I would love it.
Rhea's
so
like,
much.
no. Would you cry, Rhea?
I wouldn't cry. I think I would just have this tone of annoyance that we're there.
Like we'd have to get mommy Xanax, and we would have to chill you out.
We would have to get my mommy
Xanax for mommy.
Yeah,
some Xanax for
my mommy
your
and daddy giving me Xanax.
Yeah, your mom. Yeah, Xanax for your mommy and daddy.
Exactly.
I think also though, I bet we'd be.
I got the Xanax for my mommy.
Yeah, that's what
and the reason I'm saying mommy is because it makes it sound less criminal.
Exactly. I think we'd probably end up getting like let down though. Like I feel like we would go with high expectations.
Or dead. We'd end up getting murdered.
But we'd be all over the news if we were
way to go out.
Yeah.
That shit skeeves me out so much. Even a little speck of dirt on a hotel sheet skeeves me out like no other.
I wouldn't sleep in the bed. I would stay up all night.
When I was younger, maybe we could book a room there and we don't actually sleep there. We book a room there, but we book a room at a nice hotel and we just visit the Cecil Hotel so we can...
Maybe. Yeah. But I don't know. But don't the ghosts come out at night? Well, I guess maybe not always.
You know what? Conti Nana's probably hanging out at the Cecil Hotel.
Yeah.
She could be.
And she would be the ones to murder us there.
She would.
I bet that we would actually make it all the way to the Cecil Hotel, and then that's where she would like show herself. Like right now she's just controlling us from the inside, but she would present herself to
that
us.
Would be the big
duel.
So for a duel. But
we
that's
ride
why
at dawn.
Yeah. We need to go because we need Bree there so she can recognize her and tell us who she is.
We can shop the idea
around.
Maybe we can walk past it or something. I don't know if I want to go inside of this place. It skeeves me out. Yeah. I think I don't even know. Is it still open for business after everybody knows about it? People are still staying there?
Yeah. It is because it's never like the hotel's fault. It just happens to
and let me tell
happen
you,
in the hotel.
It is the hotel's fault because the hotel manager, what was her name? She was the
that
manager
blonde
for 10
girl.
years.
Yeah,
the blonde girl.
The blonde girl. I don't know her name. But
I think her name was maybe Paige or something.
Something weird.
Something like that. Not
Paige weird.
Not a weird name.
She had a random name.
And anything name would be random. But anyways, she had a name of some sort. I just don't know it. But
Rhea hates people named Paige.
It's just like Kelly was a weird name. Like Paige is a weird name.
Not like a Jen or a
Paige is a very normal.
I think Paige is like an interesting.
A weird name is like Marionette.
Yes.
Sorry if your name's Marionette.
Like Annabella instead of Isabella. Like that would be weird.
I guess so. Yeah.
Anyways,
continue.
Paige is normal.
Paige is a normal name. Anyways, she was very suspicious. She was so cool, calm, and collected about the murders that happened at the Cecil Hotel. She didn't give a fuck. She was like, yeah, this happened. She was so nonchalant about it that I think she has involvement for sure. I think she has partaken in a murder.
Or
has hit a body.
Yeah, she struck me as someone who just was so passionate about the hotel. Like, she's probably somebody who she probably came through and was like, this hotel is my life. Like, I'm gonna turn it around. It's probably like in her head, like, my life's mission to make people like the Cecil Hotel. And I'm proud of the place I work. Amy, yeah,
Amy, okay. Normal name.
That's
the most
it's normal, but
name,
also I don't know, kind of random. I feel like basically any name that's not mine
would
is random.
Be random. That's what I'm saying.
Any name that's not my own name, it's random.
I've never met an Amy. I don't think I've ever met an Amy.
I have a family friend, Amy. We're not really that close though. So
I don't even really like her.
Yeah, we don't really.
Fuck you, Amy.
Yeah,
yeah. Fuck Amy's. Unless you're an Amy who's listening to this, then we appreciate you.
I don't think I know any other Amy's. I used to have a neighbor friend named Amy that we would make weird videos in the backyard. I wish I could get my hands on those. Like all the videos that you make when you're younger. None of mine are they're a little too old to find. Like you can't play them.
Like they're not on your laptop.
No, like they're on VHS and shit. Like
I have a conspiracy, and it's perfect because it's H, that all people named Heather are fucking crazy. There's something off with all Heathers. Every Heather I've met, it's like, oh yeah,
I agree.
Something's off.
Yeah,
with
something's going on with Heather. And if your name is Heather, like, are you good?
Yeah, self-evaluate.
Okay. Heather, let us know. If you're maybe watching this on YouTube and we're commenting with you and your name's Heather, pop in.
See if our conspiracy's true. Yeah.
We want to know if
what's up, girl? I want to know if you're crazy or if you're cool.
Yeah. Are you a normal Heather?
Yeah.
Or are you one of those Heathers?
Yeah. Or are you a Heather?
I also think it's funny that Heather.
Heather.
I think it's funny that Heather has become also a popular girl thing from TikTok. Like, oh, she's a Heather from the movie Heathers. Yeah. But it's just become, that's like a thing people say. But that to me is like positive light in that way. But all the Heathers that I have ever known in my life are crazy. Yeah. So
have you ever met a Heather that's a homewrecker?
Maybe. Probably.
Yeah. A lot of homewrecking happens in hotels too.
Well,
that was before. Yes, to segue us in my last thing I wanted to bring up.
All the homewrecking happens in hotels.
The last thing I wanted to bring up about
hotels are just sex factories.
Yeah,
they're sketchy. And there's prostitution.
Exactly this. What do you think? What do you guys think about people paying for sex in hotels?
Prostitutes?
I think
it doesn't have to be just. It can be prostitutes. It can be escorts. It can be just people having sex in hotels, like, extramarital affairs, but mostly prostitution.
Really not into the extramarital affairs, but if you're just like paying for sex with an escort or whatever it may be, like, I don't really give a fuck what you do on your downtime.
I guess where else do you go, right?
Right, you're not going to invite them to your home. That would seem counterproductive. But I'm not into the affair thing.
Do you think working at a hotel you start to recognize like some call girls? I feel like definitely.
Absolutely.
100%.
I feel like I watched a show recently that was like, oh, fuck. I can't think of fuck. I'll never remember it. It's some show about a girl who's like she becomes an escort. She gets involved in whatever, and the hotel people know her when she walks in. I'll think of it later.
Yeah, this whole episode is a bunch of, what's their name?
My brain is so dead. I don't even know the girl's name to because she's kind of like a random actress. Yeah. It's on Hulu. It's very good. I'm sorry, I'm blanking.
Anyways,
I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I have a homewrecker story we can start off with.
I'm ready for it. Tell us.
It still makes my blood boil to this day.
Before we get into our next topic of homewreckers, I do want to say sometimes when you are with a gentleman friend, with somebody who may have boxer briefs or sweatpants or something that you want to steal. There are things you want to steal. Doesn't necessarily have to be somebody that you're laid up with that you shouldn't be. It definitely could also be a regular boyfriend or just like some guy you're hooking up with. I know that I was hooking up with this guy for a while and I would always steal his boxer briefs, which seems weird, but I swear to God it was not.
They're comfy.
They're so comfortable, and they were Mack Weldon. I was like, what are these boxer briefs? What is this? What are the sweatpants you're always wearing? What are all these things? And they were Mack Weldon, and I was blown away. Immediately ordered myself a bunch because I'm somebody who likes to wear like tight fitted things. Like I like to wear bicycle shorts a lot sometimes, not like the cotton kind, not like the super tight intense kind, and just as like a casual wear around the house situation. And this fills that void for me exactly. They have amazing stuff. They're sweatpants also for those of us who are tall. excellent length. I love the length of all of them. They fit perfectly. They taper at your ankle. It's so good. They have a million different kinds of things you can buy. And also, if you're wanting to buy things for your boyfriend, just do that. It's fantastic. Mack Weldon is amazing. But if you want to have 20% off your first order, go to mackweldon.com/because and then enter the promo code because for 20% off. mackweldon.com/because and then enter the promo code because. And you can have your own. You could be just as cozy as I am, and you don't have to steal it from your boyfriends anymore.
Cozy.
I'm ready.
So this was the last semester that I was at college, and sorry if you've already heard this. I've told it on Plan Brie, but there was this girl, and she was like crazy all over every boy that was there, and I was like, all right, whatever. Like, she's drunk or whatever. This is just her thing. She's trying to hook up with someone, and she's seeing whoever will. But I went to the bathroom, and she's talking to her friends, and I overhear a conversation where she says, no, my type is a guy with a girlfriend. Like, my type is someone that's in a relationship. And I'm sitting there like, in what world can that be your type? So now I'm like, I'm not drinking anymore. I am watching her all night because all my friends are there and they all have girlfriends. So I'm like, who's it going to be? Mm-hmm. So it happened to be my boyfriend who she wanted. We're sitting on the couch. It's me, my boyfriend, and then like a couple of other people. This girl, she's walking over and she's like pretending to be drunk, and it's like in Drake and Josh where they fall and it's like a big thing. She falls like this, boyfriend's dick, grabs my boyfriend's dick.
No.
Yes, my boyfriend literally takes her shoulders and fucking throws her off of him into the table because we were all talking about her all night because she was like, I like boyfriends, like a girlfriend's, and
it's obnoxious.
I've never been in a situation where I had come into contact with someone that just blatantly says this is my type, like a guy that has a girlfriend, and it just made me I almost feel bad and I pity girls like that in Homewreckers.
Well, I feel bad.
They think that's like
they have something wrong.
There is some sort of issue that they grew up with that made them that way, because you don't just grow up saying I like guys who are taken. Something had to have happened for you to think that way.
Problem.
Because no normal girl is like, yeah, I love a guy who's taken. I love a challenge.
An thing. I mean, it has to be an attention thing, right? Like, you didn't get enough attention, or you always had to fight for attention, so now you're gonna like fight for.
I don't know. I love attention, but I don't love taken men.
But maybe
you
like
didn't struggle with
maybe
it.
that's what they right. Like, maybe they
I got the attention I wanted.
So you're good.
Yeah, no, like they probably didn't get the attention that they were needing, and the only attention that they could get guaranteed is from guys. And so now it's almost like a personal, like, oh, I could get this guy's attention if I want. It doesn't matter if he's taken or not, and it becomes like a challenge. They don't necessarily want that guy. They like the act of like, oh, I'm proving to myself and to everybody here that I can have whoever I want.
Yeah. It's a
Which
power
is tough.
thing, maybe.
It's a power, something that was lacking when they were growing up. It sucks. It's shitty, and I feel bad for people that are like that. I also don't feel bad for them when they're like assholes about it. You know, like I just it's a fine line, because you want to pity these people, but you also want to fucking hate them at the same time, because it's like, well, you're fucking shit up. You know, like what are you doing?
You're just shitty person.
I don't necessarily pity them though, because I think you can stop yourself from doing that, and people just don't. And I think it's a really fucked up thing to do. I think that, let me ask you guys, do you think that there are certain circumstances where it's okay to be a homewrecker? Now, I don't know, because my initial reaction would be like, no, of course it's not okay. Yeah. But what would be a circumstance where it would
the definition
be okay?
Because I feel like I feel like is important here.
Yeah, like homewrecking is like you're wrecking someone's home.
Right.
Like
if
you are wrecking a good relationship.
And you know what? Actually, you know what? I want to also fucking say that we cannot go without saying is that homewrecking is not always on the girl. It is a lot of the time like equally shared on the fucking guy, because sometimes girls get into a situation where they become accidental homewreckers, and they're dating a guy, or they think that they're with this man, or they're told different things like, oh, we're separated, or we're getting a divorce, when in reality they're not. They're completely living their life with their kids and whatever. In that case, and if they think
the guy's the homewrecker,
if they think anything but we are in a relationship, like say if it's a married man, he's in a relationship with his family, they're not separated, and they're just cheating, I don't think that's right. I think if a girl is told something different, or if somebody thinks that there's separation, or there's like an understanding, and then maybe a girl comes along and like exacerbates the situation, but there's already that tension, I think that's kind of a gray area.
Right. Well, then I don't consider those people homewreckers.
Yeah.
Because they didn't intentionally do that.
Right.
They don't know. And I think
some people do say girls like that are homewreckers.
Right,
though.
but that's unfortunate because they can't help that. A lot of people have been put in the situation where they hook up with somebody that they were told, no, I don't have a girlfriend. No, I'm single. And then all of a sudden you got their girlfriend or something in your DMs being
I feel bad
you hooked up with my boyfriend. And it's like, well...
Your boyfriend was single.
Your boyfriend was saying he was single. So how does anybody know that? So I think that's bullshit that girls will go after other girls in that case instead of going after their asshole boyfriend and be like, maybe look in the mirror and say, my boyfriend's a fucking asshole for acting like he was single, where this girl was probably taken advantage of in some way in that aspect. Like she didn't know that. For sure. So I think that's fucked up. And I wouldn't consider those people homewreckers, although the girlfriends or whoever it may be on the receiving end may consider them that. I think that should be a no. They're not.
Your boyfriend's a cheater.
Right.
Yeah, your boyfriend's a cheater and you should fucking get rid of him.
But in the right world, that
for
is
some
exactly
reason
what happens.
you want to blame the girl instead of blaming your own boyfriend.
Right. And I don't know why that is. I think it's because I always am thinking that I blame girls instead of guys in situation because I almost think guys are like too fucking stupid that I'm like, whatever, you're so stupid. The girl should be smarter than that. Like she shouldn't do this because she knows what it's like to have this shit done to her. I think that I get mad. Maybe it's like a reflection of myself. Like I think about like, oh, I've done shitty things, so I know that other girls can do shitty things. So why the fuck are you doing this shitty thing to me? Don't like take this idiot out of the middle because he's a total fucking idiot. You're smarter than this. You could have like done a little digging, but that's a lot to ask of someone else.
A random
like
hookup.
Right. Like I'm not grilling some guy trying to figure out if he's in a relationship. If he tells me he's not, I'm probably trusting him right away. But I will say about that, I was looking up some divorce rate stats. Okay. In the year,
divorce rates are way too high.
Right?
It's a coin
so
toss.
Listen, they're like not even. Can I tell you this? They're not even that high anymore, and I was shocked.
Down.
They
really?
went so in the last year.
Divorce rate went down.
In the last year, they have gone down. Divorce rate right now is at 14.9% of marriages. So fucking low.
It went down.
Wasn't it at like 50 at one point?
Yes, it was. It went all the way down. So for some reason, that's the case. But what I also think was interesting is that it was pretty low for a long time, and then suddenly, in around the year 1980, like. Within those 75 to 1980, it spiked up to 22.6%. Coincidentally, email was invented in 1971. Yeah. Interesting. Because I was trying to think social media and whatever, because I feel like that is a lot of situations where people will reconnect or they're able to like hide and have affairs online and do things like that. I feel like the invention of electronic mail had a hand in some of that.
For sure.
Definitely.
Huge spike. And I was like, what happened right at that time? Literally the invention of
it's
email.
probably lower now is because less people it's not as traditional to get married anymore.
That's also
a lot
what I thought,
of people do not. But I guess it would be the same statistics.
It's kind of like, I feel like it's even. Some people aren't getting married. Some people are getting married.
Yeah, but I feel like
people are waiting.
Do you think people are being smarter now? Because there was a period of time where people were being really stupid with social media and emails and things that you can find on your phone or DMs or whatever it may be. You can find literally anything. If you're cheating, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught.
For sure. You're
without
always getting caught. Always.
Do you think now... Yeah, by the way, if you're listening to this and you're thinking about cheating through your fucking social media, you're going to get caught.
You're so stupid.
Just know that. We don't approve of cheating, and you're going to get fucking caught.
There are girls, maybe myself, who can pay attention to people's like follower numbers, like how many people they're following, how many people they are that are following them. That maybe check up on it frequently to see like who's new and who's not there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bitches are crazy.
My ex used to do that to me.
Yeah, I literally do that.
But then I cheated on him because he was fucking crazy.
Right.
And he's like, he was right for checking on.
He was right.
See, you both have... And I'm not blowing up your spot because whatever, but you both have cheated on people.
Yeah.
I have never cheated on somebody, and I never will. But I'm almost like...
You say that, though. Like, you never... Well, no.
No, you're not, because
never... You're, like, in a relationship that's different.
Would
but, like,
never fucking cheat on him.
I tried to break up with him 3 times, and he wouldn't let me.
But, I want to know what made you guys get to that point, because I just could never...
You don't cheat on someone you love, I will say. You don't cheat on someone you love, and you love your boyfriend right now. Right. Like, you love... And you will, always. It's like... That situation is different than the boyfriend I cheated on. I fucking hated him. And we were just in a weird relationship and nobody wanted to like, we were like playing chicken, like who's going to break up with who first. And we were both cheating on each other and it was just like a nightmare. And we just like stayed together because we had like plans with groups of friends that we didn't want to bail out on and stuff like that. It was,
okay.
But we hated each other.
Picture trying to break up with someone and it just not happening. So I would literally try to break up with this boyfriend. I would do it in person. I would have sit downs. I would have I would have talks. It wouldn't be a text or something like shitty, I would have a full-on intervention and be like, this isn't what I want to do anymore. And no, he would still show up and he would still like plan things and he would still, yes, exactly. So then it got to the point where I just felt bad because he would make me feel bad. He's like, you're ruining my life. He's crying. I love you so much. So I was kind of guilted into staying with him, but I knew I didn't want to be with him long term. And I was like, all right, he's going to kill himself if I break up with him. Might as well just cheat on him.
Make him break up with you.
Yeah.
And you were almost at the point where like, I don't give a fuck about this kid's feelings
anymore. He still wanted to stay with me after I told him I cheated on him.
Oh, that's sick.
That's
crazy. That happens a lot, but he seems
but I was like,
he
this
was
is
just
clearly I don't want to be with you. So I think cheating was like the last look at. We're not
you
working.
You didn't feel guilty about your cheating.
No.
And you didn't feel guilty about your cheating.
No, I didn't feel guilty at all.
Then that to me is a totally different ballgame when you're like totally done with the relationship and you're like, I don't give a fuck. I don't feel guilty about cheating.
Yeah.
It's still shitty.
It's a shitty thing to do, by the way. I don't approve of you guys cheating. I fucking hate cheaters. But
the mature thing to do would have been to like break up and be serious. Final block numbers if necessary. You know what I mean? Like that would have been it. But sometimes it doesn't work out like 18, that. So. Yeah, you're a kid. I was not a kid. I was 25.
Okay, so. Kelly, you could have grown up a little bit.
Yeah, I was. But I was just. It was so much like I was honest. I was like too lazy. I was like I don't even want to have the conversation.
That's
like it was
insane
such
to
a.
me. You would rather cheat. That's fine.
Yeah, because I was occupied. I didn't have to worry about my actual boyfriend because I was occupied with like my new fake boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was just lying to like I just switched over and was paying attention to my new boyfriend.
Right.
And I was like, oh whatever. We'll wait to see when this like fucking idiot catches up. And it literally took him 3 months to figure it out. And he still broke up with me for his like own reasons. And I was like, oh thank God. Like I don't have to deal with this anymore.
I think there's a difference between the type of cheating you guys did and the cheating where you still want to be with that person that you cheated on.
Right.
Because there are people who do that. They want to.
You know, it's a good
example. They
example.
want to have both. They want to be with somebody and then also
fuck
cheat
everyone
on
else.
them.
Yeah,
which is fucked up, by the way.
Yeah,
don't string people along. Like if you want to,
you literally strung that person along.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't string him. No, I did not string him along. But we didn't hang out with each other. Like we would hang out with our friends occasionally, and then otherwise I'm going to bed early, 7:00. I was at somebody else's house. No. We were not, and he was like, cool, me too, also cheating. Like we were not, nobody was stringing anybody along. But people do string other people along. If you are dating someone and you're like, kind of like, you know, pulling someone along to the side, pick one. You have to pick one. Don't fucking do that. And I also think maybe going off of the like divorce rate thing, do you think people are just in like more open relationships or more understanding relationships where if they do fuck up and they do cheat, like my now example, Steve from Sex and the City, the movie, when he cheats on Miranda, and he's like, it was one time I was so drunk, we hadn't had sex in like a year, and he like obviously loves her so much and he was so upset by it and she eventually forgives him. That kind of situation, like what do you think about that?
Some people are able to do that, like Beyonce and Jay-Z. I could never, because I will never, ever forget it. I will remind you every single day that you cheated on me. It'll be a miserable thing. I'll just resent you. I won't even like you. Like I will
look at you and see you fucking this.
Right, I'll be like, you're a disgusting pig. Why am I dating you?
Why did I stay with you? You cheated on me.
Yeah, you cheated on me. It would be a fight every night. Like you cheated on everywhere you went. It would be like, remember, you cheated on me, which would probably drive them to cheat on me more.
Right,
100%.
Right. Exactly.
I don't
know. So
I
admire the people that can do it because I think if it's for the sake of keeping your family together, like I feel like Beyonce and Jay-Z, we're talking celebrities here, but that's the example I can use. I'm not going to use my fucking family, but
no.
Like Beyonce and Jay-Z, they have a family together. They've been together for a long time, both rich and famous people. I think in that circumstance where Beyonce can forgive Jay-Z because she's like the baddest bitch in the world. Sure,
and she wrote a whole album. She got Lemonade out of it. So I feel like getting Lemonade out of it is like good.
Exactly. It's like, thank you, Jay-Z,
kind
of
made her money.
Beyonce. Exactly.
Lemonade's my favorite Beyonce album of all time. Just want to say that.
Yeah, that's a great one. It's
the best album.
There's so many different reasons as to why people do it. There are some people who, like you guys, just you feel you're like, well, this relationship's going nowhere. Might as well just cheat instead of breaking up with them. Some people, they want everything, but you gotta pick. I don't. Do we ever actually feel bad for the homewrecker? I feel like we can bring the conversation full circle from where we started. Do we ever actually feel bad for that person?
I personally do.
I feel like
depending on how the situation ends up.
Yeah, I think it's very much situational. most times I hear a story of like a homewrecking situation and I'm always like, oh, that girl's a slut or that guy's an asshole or
like Angelina
whatever.
Jolie, my personal favorite homewrecker.
I hate that. I hate that story so much. I get so upset by it, and I hate Angelina Jolie because of it. But I also think she's beautiful and that I love all of her movies. So that's tough. But I think that how they acted, it wasn't so much like the cheating. The cheating was bad. Obviously broke up like a star couple, Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. What's crazy about that is they were so in your face about it, and it might have just been like the tabloids' fault, but after that, it was every single day something about Brad and Jen and Angelina, or pictures of Brad and Angie, and then all of a sudden they adopted a bunch of kids, and they're just like, it just seemed very forced the whole time, and like they were shoving it in everybody's face, right in Jen's face, while she's like this single woman still. Like it was painted as such like a sad story that it made Angelina look like a super villain. And I don't disagree with it so much. Like she still seems kind of villainy to me. Like, and now she was a dickhead to Brad Pitt, and like she seems to be a little crazier than any of us had anticipated.
She has a villain face.
Absolutely loved Angelina Jolie growing up because I did not know the extent of Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, and Jennifer. I thought Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie
is kind of all new to me.
Oh yeah, no, they cheated on. They cheated on the set of Mr.
I
and Mrs.
would say
Smith.
I
Like
didn't
how they got
find
together.
out about Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston until like 2016 or 17.
Oh, wow.
I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Brad Pitt cheated on Jennifer Aniston and
Yes.
Angelina Jolie like for so long.
Didn't know that.
Bree's like, I'm finding this out right now.
I just found out.
It was the number
way
one
too
scandal
young.
for years.
I was
like,
way
it's
too
just-
young to know that. I
it's all
just
anybody
didn't.
talks
Can you
about.
blame them? Like, you saw the movie. Like,
So the movie
That's
is,
a weird
and that's what's even
situation.
worse
Well,
is that
then
the movie is a great movie, and they have so much sexual chemistry, and I can't imagine being Jennifer fucking Aniston
Having to watch
seeing that movie. It would rip
say all the
me
time, I
apart.
can't
Showbiz,
believe it.
babes.
when did like everyone find out that they cheated?
Afterwards,
After the movie came out.
After the movie came out,
So
yeah.
she had like already seen the movie.
Yeah,
and
so
then
it was
she's
already like, oh, whatever. But I think it
Are
actually.
you sure about
no,
that? I feel like it was happening during
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I think the release.
That's when I was
date,
reading about it.
It was either right before the release date or like right after. It was right around that time because they had finished filming and they were clearly having an affair and there were rumors about it. And then because the movie was coming out,
That
people
was
were like,
probably
is this a
great
PR
promotion
stunt?
for the
Yeah.
movie.
People were like, is this a PR stunt? But then everybody saw the movie and they were like, no shit, these guys are definitely fucking. And then it was clear they were definitely fucking.
I didn't start appreciating Jennifer Aniston, like I said, until years ago when I was like, oh, Brad Pitt cheated on Jennifer Aniston with Angelina Jolie. I was always, I never even knew about that. So now I very much appreciate Jennifer Aniston. I don't necessarily hate Angelina Jolie though, although I hate that happened, but like Noah said, the movie set, Mr. and Mrs.
You know Brad
Smith
was
is
in
Brad
her ear
Pitt.
saying
Angelina
it's
Jolie,
over.
I love. Yeah, Brad Pitt was probably
Brad
in
Pitt
her
was
ear,
probably saying,
speaking sweet nothings
It's
to
over
her.
with me and Jennifer.
Great
I
movies
doubt
from
that.
Angelina
'cause
Jolie.
We forget
so.
that Angelina Jolie though is a fucking freak. Like she used to wear
She is,
vials
yeah.
of blood around her neck. Billy Bob
Yeah.
Thornton. Like she's not
Yeah.
a
True.
good girl. Like she's not. And imagine this.
Well,
You think like
she
oh
adopted
it's so
all
fun.
those kids.
Yeah, well,
To look good.
literally don't like don't
Fucking
even get me
crazy
fucking started.
bitch.
She's a psychopath. But also too like don't forget that she put other people in that situation. Say your boyfriend goes somewhere and he's on set with some gorgeous girl and whatever and they're flirting, their chemistry is fucking crazy and you're sitting at home and then the movie comes out, it's a smash fucking success. You have to watch them have sex on screen, be together on screen, and then all of a sudden you're kicked to the curb and your boyfriend is now married to this woman and adopting a slew of children.
Well, that's showbiz, babes.
That's right.
Imagine
If you
Jennifer.
think like
Like,
that's
I would
think
never do
that's
that.
showbiz, babes.
Yeah,
but
like, I would
if you're Jennifer
never-
Aniston, aren't you so heartbroken?
Yes,
like
of
I can't
course I'm
imagine.
so heartroken.
And if
That's
you're
a
and so
fucked
what
up
do you
thing to do.
what do you think of Angelina Jolie in that situation? Like she
no,
to
I
me
think-
is like the Black Widow coming
No, I
in like
think
swooping up Brad Pitt and
definitely-
spitting him out 15 years later.
I definitely think it's a fucked up thing to do. I
Mm-hmm.
definitely think Angelina Jolie was in the wrong, and I definitely think Brad Pitt was in the wrong. I think they were both in the wrong. Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston seem to be friends at this point, though, so good for them.
Yeah, they
But,
seem sweet
Angelina
now.
Jolie was definitely.
I don't know either.
Definitely in the wrong. I'm not saying that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying I agree with her whatsoever. Like I said a million times, I would never cheat. I hate cheating.
Yeah.
But when you throw in the working on the movie, the sexual chemistry, you're doing all these scenes together.
Speaking of
you're
that.
going to build up. You're gonna what?
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles and
Oh,
Olivia Wilde.
right. Harry
Like
Styles,
you're
Olivia Wilde.
you're gonna build up this chemistry together. And yes, it's unfortunate that you were married to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like in Hollywood, you kind of have to know what you're getting into with that. And it's like, I may develop feelings here.
Yeah, I could never date
has to be on the table.
Yeah.
No, I would never either. I think it's so hard. But
you can't fake chemistry on camera.
Also, how can you blame Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, two of the hottest people ever, for not wanting to fuck each other while they're doing all those scenes? Like, it's not right. It's not morally right. They shouldn't be doing it. It's definitely wrong to do to Jennifer Aniston.
It's human nature.
But human nature to want to fuck each other when you look like that and you're acting in those scenes together.
I mean,
they're going to want to fuck.
They're fake fucking in the movie. So
they're
obviously
fake fucking,
they're like,
oh, wait, I need to see what your actual dick looks like. I need to see you naked.
Do you think they get
not
boners?
right?
Do you think that actors get boners during fake fucks scenes?
I always think about that. I'm like, where are they putting the boner? I assume yes. I've never actually looked that up.
I wonder if that's an
I know they have to wear those.
situation.
They wear those like sock underwear things where it's like just a sock and then it's like the string that's clear. That's basically a thong. I've seen, or I know that they do that, but I don't know much else past that.
That's a crazy thought.
If I'm like movie making out with somebody and like we're supposed to be having pretend sex and they get a real boner, I'm gonna want to have sex with that person.
Exactly.
Wow, I'm so flattered. Let's have real
You're
sex.
You're feeling up on each other.
Yeah.
You're looking all hot in those outfits, Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
And then boner. It's like we have to.
Now I must.
Yeah.
We must.
I must investigate that boner.
Yeah, must.
What do you guys think about the Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles thing?
God,
do you think it's going to last?
No, I don't think it's going to last.
They're not gonna,
and
like,
I
get
also don't think
married.
that they
Then
are
why
like
is she
thinking it's going to
doing it?
last. I think she's having a good time and she's having like an experience with a younger guy.
You can't
and
do
whatever.
that when you have kids and a fiance.
Why can't you?
Because you have kids and a fiance.
They broke up before.
Oh no, yeah, they broke up.
They
before.
broke up before.
Oh,
He's not a homewrecker,
what they
really.
want you to think.
Yeah,
well, Noah's
not
under
a conspiracy.
the assumption
I'm
that
on Noah's side. I think.
What do you think, Noah?
I think.
I mean, it all makes sense for my side of like. They were like, I don't know, actually, I don't know, because when did the original
backtracking right? I'm like, really, Noah, prove it.
When did the announcement come out?
It was only like last month or so that it came out that Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles were fucking.
The announcement
but
that
Jason
they split up.
and Olivia came out in like November, but they said that they broke up in the initial report about Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde. They said that they broke up in January 2020. So that would be a year. But then when it came out, then when it came out that Olivia Wilde started seeing Harry Styles, that's when homewrecker accusations started being
about all the reports
at Harry Styles?
that Jason was heartbroken about Harry Styles?
Who wouldn't be?
He
Harry
probably
Styles.
is.
Even if they were broken up, it's still his ex. He's going to be upset at Harry Styles.
I'd weirdly prefer Jason Sudeikis.
I do too. In
like,
real life, I do. My like dream life where I'm like a movie star and whatever. Obviously, Harry Styles is who I choose, but Jason Sudeikis in my like is my type. Like
everyday life. Yes.
I love him.
I said on Chicks in the Office that I would have like if I was a single lady, I would have pursued Jason Sudeikis in this time. First of all, because I would fuck Jason Sudeikis.
No, it was some like crazy comparison. Like if I was at a bar and Jason Sudeikis was there, and then I can't remember who the other guy was.
I was drunk when I said all of this, but then there was a time when I was sober and I was talking about flirting with Jason Sudeikis, getting in on him somehow, and then Olivia Wilde being so jealous that I'm with Jason Sudeikis that her and Jason Sudeikis get together and then I'm with Harry because we're like, we're the two ones that were left out.
They left us next
to
each other. Yeah. Okay, that's a cool little scenario.
But Jason Sudeikis, I don't know. I would fuck Jason Sudeikis for sure. I think he's hot and funny.
I agree. I agree completely. I agree with all the above.
All my conversations go back to fucking Jason Sudeikis. Noah sees it enough.
Yeah, that's
true.
Me with Jason Bateman.
He's fantastic. But no, I think
love Jason Bateman.
I think it's also
Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
love him. J names. I think it's good to differentiate between homewreckers in real life and homewreckers in Hollywood. Too. Like we're just literally talking about. That's just I'm glad that we broke that down because it is true. Like you're right, it's a different world and you can probably get over it or I mean I can't imagine you get over it any easier. There's still celebrities are people too. Like they still but I guess they're rich, they can go to therapy and stuff. So
if you pull an Angelina Jolie in real life and he's with somebody, happily married, whatever it may be, then you're an asshole.
Yeah.
But if you pull an Angelina Jolie in Hollywood, you're an asshole, but with an asterisk.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. Do you ladies want to hear from our friends in the voicemails?
I would love to.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, after all that homewrecking talk, I feel like a lot of people are fearing for their lives. And something that we don't really think about a lot is life insurance. And there's this thing called Policy Genius, which helps you navigate your life insurance and also helps you find the best rates. And they have people that can do everything for you. So if you're like us and probably clueless about life insurance, because I have no clue, then you want to be using Policy Genius. It's there for you, it's easy, and you can save as little as $1 a day by using it. So if you're worried about March being right around the corner and you haven't gotten anything done yet, take a deep breath. Policy Genius will be there for you. You could save 50% or more by comparing quotes and feel good knowing that your loved ones know where you're going to be and whose hands are going to be in Policy Genius. Make sure to go to policygenius.com to get started. That's Policy Genius. When it comes to life insurance, you want to get it right. Once again, that's policygenius.com, because really, when it comes to life insurance, you want it in the right hands.
All right, girls, let's hear from our wonderful, wonderful listeners. We have quite a few voicemails today. I have 6. I want to hear them all. They're really good. And first, we're going to start off about homewrecking and then work our way back towards horoscopes.
Let's do it.
Hey, this is Liz. Love you guys. Love the show. I'm calling in regards to homewrecking. This is like a really long, intense story, but I'll shorten it down. I went to go visit my friend at her Air Force base like last year, and hadn't gotten any dick in a while, and decided to sleep with this kid after he told me he had a girlfriend. I was in the wrong for that. Anyway, worst sex ever, small dick, finished super fast. And then the next day, he broke up with his girlfriend because he's like, I had to tell her. I felt so guilty. Then what did I do? Fuck him again. Worst mistake of my life. Literally, BDR to cross over to call her daddy. But anyway, don't homewreck. It's not worth it. And after that, he was trying to talk to me, and I was like, nope, sorry, can't. Dick too small, not good enough. And then, yeah, I don't know if he ever got back with his girlfriend or not, but moral of the story, don't do it. It's literally not worth it, especially to do it twice. But all right, love y'all. Talk to you later.
Can't believe she did it twice.
So
Yeah.
she homewrecked herself into an almost girlfriend situation.
Yeah. She was like, no, I'm just looking to be a homewrecker, not a girlfriend.
Right.
Like, fuck this.
I don't want to be your forever. I would just like to ruin your relationship.
I just want to be your tonight.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Those are lyrics to a song for sure.
I love when somebody can be so honest like that and be like, I fucked somebody who had a girlfriend. I knew he had a girlfriend. Like, yeah, that's a shitty thing to do, but at least you are accepting it.
Yeah, you own up to it. Right.
Yeah.
If you own up to pretty much anything and I'm able to like call you an asshole for whatever you did that's shitty, I respect you. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're an asshole, you're a cheater, and you're a little bit of a homewrecker, but I respect you for acknowledging that. And
at the end of
seems
the day,
like you,
the guy's fault.
Right.
Like, that's the boyfriend's fault.
Yes. And I would never stop being friends with somebody because they homewrecked. You know what I mean? Like,
no. Unless it was like had to do with me.
Yeah, no,
then that's different.
But if you guys went and you were like, I hooked up with this guy who like he had a girlfriend, I'd be like, you fucking asshole. I'd still be your friend. Like I'm not gonna be like, I'm not friends with you anymore.
Exactly. Now play Fuck You Friend. Speaking of friends, losing friends.
Hi guys. So my name is Bree.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and say y'all are amazing. I'm calling about Homewreckers. Big shout out to you, girlfriend. I'm almost positive you also listen to this podcast. Just wanted to say fuck you for everything you did to me. I let her move in with me and my significant other, and she started hooking up with him behind my back, and I found out, and it caused a lot of problems in my life. Me and him are no longer together. I was homeless thanks to you, you stupid bitch. If I ever see you in real life again, it's over for you. So don't ever speak to me. Period.
Period.
But anyway.
Damn straight.
Sending positive vibes to everyone else.
Positive vibes.
Hope you have a great
to
day.
Everyone else.
Thank you for the laughs and all the good memories so far. Keep it moving, girls. Peace.
Yeah, so I think that whenever somebody comes in or calls in and says something along the lines of like, I just want to give a shout out to this person, fuck you, I fucking hate you, and whatever, it's almost always 100% guaranteed that I will include it because I love people getting shit off their chest. This girl,
she needed that.
Yeah, her life got turned upside down. She let her friend move in, her friend fucked her significant other, then she became homeless, then it was just like a lot of drama.
Can I say that
from a homewrecker?
The two shittiest people on earth are your boyfriend and your friend when they fuck.
Yes.
It happens so many times to
Blows
people.
my
It happens
mind.
to so many relationships that somebody's best friend will fuck their boyfriend. It's like those two are the shittiest people on earth. And you know what?
The scum on the bottom of my shoe.
It's a good thing they ended up together because nobody else should be with those people. They deserve each other.
They say they deserve each other. This girl deserves much better. I'm glad she called in. Glad she got it off her chest. So
she called her.
Fuck those people.
Yeah, she called her a stupid bitch a lot of times.
Hey, she said if she sees her on the street, it's over.
Yeah, it's over for you.
It's
pull
over
up,
for
then.
you.
Hey,
you pull up.
Little advice: throw in the C word next time. Call her a stupid cunt.
Call her
it might
cunt
hurt a
next
little
time.
bit more.
It'll hurt way more. Yeah, it'll hurt way more. We promise.
Stupid cunt.
You stupid cunt. If I see you on the street, it's over.
Yeah, it's
that's
over
better.
for you.
That's scarier.
Okay, let's listen to. We'll go to Hotel Dirt. This is my very close friend.
Hey divas, I'm a big fan of the show. I was
friend.
so excited
Divas.
to see that you
legit my
guys
best
were
friend.
doing the 8th episode this week because I wanted to call in with some dirty little secrets about hotels. So I worked in the hospitality industry for a few years at all luxury 5-star hotels in public relations. And so I have all the sneaky dirt that people don't think about when they think about hotels. So first, I wanted to talk about how frequently people die in hotels. Sorry to laugh, but it is actually like a shocking, staggering number of people who die in hotels. And I'm not just talking about people who are old and die in their sleep or whatever, stuff like that. That's not so much of a scandal. It is a staggering number of people who check into hotels, especially luxury hotels, to kill themselves. And this happens a lot. It's usually women in my experience, and it's like they don't want their families to find them at home or their spouse or whatever, so they check into a hotel. A lot of times they're going like balling out, fucking penthouse, like, yes, this is my last night. And since I worked in PR, it was my job to kind of cover up / make sure that the media didn't catch wind of these situations, because even though it's super common, people don't want to think about it when they're staying at a hotel. So there was this specific one that happened, and no joke, it was literally the week after I had quit my job. So they didn't have a PR person there at the time. And this girl checked into the penthouse at the hotel and made one of those, I don't know, like it's like a bomb in the toilet. I don't know how it works. But anyway, killed herself. And because it was like a gas thing, they had to evacuate the entire hotel, over 800 rooms, that it was completely full, evacuate the entire staff. They had like hazmat people in there. They had to spray down in the street the like housekeepers that had gone into the room. It was like a Monsters Inc. scene, and the media was all over it. And since they didn't have a PR person working there at the time, it was like a huge scandal, and everyone was talking about it. And I was reading all the coverage and kind of snickering and thinking, how many people don't realize that people die in hotels all the time? So next time that you're staying in a hotel, no matter how luxurious it is, and maybe even if it's the most luxurious of all, just think about, you know, how many people have probably died in that room. Another fun fact is that if you work at a hotel, all the staff is fucking. Just, you know, when you're checking in, like those front desk people making winky eyes, they're fucking. It's the weirdest thing, like in that industry. They're all fucking each other all the time. Super bizarre, super incestuous, but makes for a fun workplace gossip. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little tidbit of hotel knowledge. Love you girls so much. Keep doing what you're doing because your show is the best. Bye.
That was...
What do you think about that? I know it was long. She told me in advance. She's like, it was. I left it because it was, and I know that it's long. You have to play the whole thing. But I was like, no, it's. I thought that was pretty informative. I did not know about
crazy.
like the level of suicides.
I have chills.
Good
because-
idea if you're gonna do it.
It is a good idea.
Good idea.
Get it.
But it's like-
Penthouse,
No,
if you're
but
gonna
that's-
go out.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Pretty
well,
baller.
because you don't want to. I guess finding like if somebody
Yeah.
finds you in your own home.
That's
Your
always my
family doesn't
concern.
have
That's
to
always my
find
concern.
you.
It's like people are gonna find me like, you know, with like vomit coming out of my mouth or something.
So I guess
like,
the
that's
hotel
gross.
makes sense, but now I'm freaked out if I'm in a hotel room. Now this is gonna pop in my head. I'm probably gonna go to a hotel, go on a nice vacation, smoke some weed, lay in my bed, and think, "Oh, this is all great," and then go, somebody killed themselves right in this
here?
bed.
Yeah. Yeah.
As for the fucking, we knew that.
Yeah, I feel like that was
Isn't
less,
every industry
I'm almost,
fucking each other?
Right.
Isn't every
Yeah.
job people are fucking?
Everybody's fucking
like
everybody,
everybody's
yeah.
fucking everybody. Like when I worked in a restaurant, everybody was fucking everybody in that place. Not me. I
think
was
it's
16,
more-
but
I
they
think
all
that's
were.
kind of same vein though, like restaurants, hospitality. I feel like that whole like side of things, everybody's always fucking for sure.
Well, good for them.
Yeah.
Because they're always
Why not?
working, and they probably got spare rooms at
So
the
many
hotel.
rooms.
It's pretty easy to sneak around and fuck in a hotel.
Yeah, think
I will
about
say.
and Grey's Anatomy. They got all the spares rooms in Grey's Anatomy.
All the spare
There's spares
and
rooms.
all the closets with all the
exactly.
stuff in jars.
It's easy to fuck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's easy to fuck.
Yeah, easy to fuck. But yeah, so that's food for thought. Let's see. Now let's do.
Let's do one last one.
Hey guys, my name's Sophie. I'm calling in to talk about horoscopes. So I was always like fucking anti-horoscope. Like I always told my friends like, shut the fuck up. Like stop asking people what their sign is. Like it does not matter. It's all made up. Until like I moved in with my friend Yasmin, and she is a psychotic horoscope person. She talks about how her and I get along because we're Leos and how our roommates are Aquariuses and Sag whatever. And now we all have that friend. I feel like that like is so about it. So now I am constantly checking my CoStar horoscope app every day, and more am I seeing that my horoscope for the day really is aligning with what's happening in my life. So now I'm like, oh, is this fucking real? Is someone like playing a joke? I feel like you're either like a hardcore horoscope person or you're super anti-horoscope, and then your friend kind of like got you on it. So love your podcast. Thanks, guys.
That's facts. There's no
I feel
in
like
between.
It's extremely accurate. Yeah. And that feels.
You're like that. We're like
I'm like
dragging you into our.
Yeah.
And now I believe it. Like at first I was her anti, and then friends got me onto it, and I'm like, well, that seems accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you started off by being this podcast. You started off by being I don't fucking believe it. And then all of a sudden, 10 minutes in, you were like, well,
No, I don't know if I believe in horoscopes. I believe in like the sign.
yeah,
the sign
Yeah.
shit.
astrology.
Yeah. Astrology more, or like
Yeah.
the zodiac. in
Also,
general.
by the way, appreciate all the love that people are leaving in these voicemails. I love when they have to say, love
Yeah.
you. Makes me feel warm inside.
you
that always
too.
makes me feel good. Yeah. And I swear to God, I don't pick like the ones that say it. They all say that, and it makes me feel really good going through the voicemail. So
You guys
Well,
are
thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you for that.
The bestest.
yeah, thank you guys always for calling. Next week again, we're gonna put out our whatever we end up choosing. Check our Instagram
It's I, right?
for I. Yeah.
Oh, I is going to be.
We got to do
We
Illuminati, right?
Yeah. So how we do this normally is we went ahead when we started this podcast and we listed out like all the letters. So we have things that are already there, but then we sometimes go back and reevaluate. Like maybe we can do better than like one or two of the ones we picked, and that's when we usually throw it to you guys. And the more things
You
that you
guys have good
suggest,
ideas.
yeah, you guys have good ideas. So for next week, once we release, keep track of our Instagram. Once we release what the I topics will be, you can call in at 551-258-3436, and your voicemail can be potentially featured on the next episode.
Yes. Thank you guys. We love you.
We love you. See you next week. It's time for the table read. This week we're doing, what even is this, Kelly?
It's Legally Blonde.
Okay, Legally Blonde. We haven't really looked it over yet. So this
we're
is like our
starting here.
first try. If we kill this, we're getting fucking good.
Yeah.
Like I think we're actually
think we
maybe
might.
becoming some sort of actresses.
Did you watch the YouTube links?
No,
that I
I
sent you
haven't
guys?
even. This
Nope.
is fully fresh.
Fully fresh.
Okay.
And
All
I want to
right.
get out in front of this. I don't think I'm winning any awards.
We think
for the next few
we
weeks.
think Kelly's gonna sweep.
Let's see, Kelly. Let's see what you got.
We're stacking
Let's
them up.
go. Let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Honey, you have to leave this room. It's been like a week.
So
Drink this.
What's the one thing that always makes us feel better no matter what?
Mani petties!
She had 8 grilled cheese sandwiches. She just stuffed them in her mouth all at once. It was so sad. We all thought she'd be the first to walk down the aisle, and now she's totally adrift.
Totally.
She hasn't conditioned her hair in like a week.
Maybe she's going for the grunge look?
And like her nails are full on chipped.
So, Trailer Park.
oh my God, do you know who this is?
No.
I was waiting for that. That's Warner's older brother.
Who?
Third-year Yale law student Putnam Bose Huntington III and his fiancée Lane Walker Vanderbilt. First year Yale law. This is the type of girl that Warner wants to marry. This is what I need to become to be serious.
What? Practically deformed?
No, a law student.
Insane.
That's it.
Short ass scene.
Yeah.
It was short.
Why did you
I don't
pick
know.
such a short
It was just
scene?
short because I picked 2. Because I picked 2 for today.
Let's do some improv then, because that wasn't enough.
Improv. Whenever somebody says improv, I think like, hey.
All right, it is time for another table read. It is Elle and Warner from Legally Blonde. Kelly fucking loves Legally Blonde.
I love this movie. I watched it today.
We're doing this one. It's gonna be Kelly and Rhea. What is the scene? Set the scene.
It's when Warner is about to break up with Elle, but she thinks he's proposing. It's right in the beginning.
Okay.
It's so strange that you have such perfect eyes.
God, you're so wonderful, Elle. Thank you.
Here's to us.
To us. Elle?
Yes?
One of the reasons I wanted to come here tonight was to discuss our future.
And I am fully amenable to that discussion.
Good. Well, you know how we've been having all kinds of fun lately?
Yeah.
Harvard's going to be different. Law school is a totally different world, and I need to be serious.
Of course.
I mean, my family expects a lot from me.
Right.
I expect a lot from me. I plan on running for office one day.
And I fully support that, Warner. You know that, right?
Absolutely. But the thing is, if I'm going to be a senator by the time I'm 30, I need to stop dicking around.
Oh, Warner, I completely agree.
Well, that's why I think it's time for us, Elle, Pooh Bear.
Yes?
I think we should break up.
What?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and I think it's the right thing to do.
You're breaking up with me? I thought you were proposing.
Proposing? Elle, if I'm going to be a senator, then I need to marry a Jackie, not a Marilyn.
So you're breaking up with me because I'm too blonde?
No, that's not entirely true.
Then what? My boobs are too big?
Your boobs are fine.
So when you said that you would always love me, you were just dicking around?
I do love you. I just can't marry you. You have no idea the pressure that I am under. My family has 5 generations of senators. My brother's in the top 3 at Yale Law, and he just got engaged to a Vanderbilt, for Christ's sake.
God.
It's not like I have a choice, sweetheart, okay? You get in the car. Get in the car. I'll get the check.
That was good.
That was me running out of the...
I liked that.
That felt good.
Thank you. It did feel good. I thought that you would feel good doing
the whole
it.
scene in my head.
It's a really good scene.
Oh, we didn't
She
get
does
the
way
mouth
more crying,
award
but I
for
didn't,
the last
but I
one.
didn't cry.
Totally forgot. For the first one, should I give it?
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
The worst. It's like the shortest.
Yeah,
it's
just
really-
saying nobody gets an award.
Nobody
for
gets
that.
an award because
Nobody
it was
deserves
bad
an award.
effort.
Yeah.
It was bad effort.
Okay. I'm going to give a surprise award to Rhea for that one.
I told you.
I really bought.
Oh my God.
I knew you'd be a good Warner.
I'm so flattered. I'm going to start crying. No, I seriously didn't think
Honestly,
I would get any mouth
if you're
awards.
watching on YouTube, like, you'll see why she got it. Like, she's really animated.
She's into it.
It's
I'm
good.
like honestly tearing up. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I didn't think I would get this award today. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you, Noah.
You're so welcome. You deserve it. Look at you.
Straight up tearing up.
There she is, Miss America.
It's been a crazy day already.
It's been a great. She needed this W, man.
I needed this so bad. I needed this.
Fuck yes,
This
Rhea.
one's for you, Mom and Dad.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, okay.
Damn,
right,
that
let's
got
reel
me
it back in.
emotional.
Oh man,
You
that was
actually
good.
look shocked. When I
Yeah,
said
that was good.
She was shocked.
Shit, man.
Very good.
All right.